Tonight is a community service of the New York Institute of Technology.
Covering the news of Nassau and Suffolk County's Long Island News Tonight with Ken Eckhart, Carol Peck, and the award-winning LI News team. Good evening. I'm Ken Eckhart, and here's what's happening. It started as a prayer vigil seeking the cancellation of Homeland Security hearings on the radicalization of Muslim Americans. But as Tara Evans reports, the peaceful demonstration turned into a face-off when supporters of the hearings arrived to claim they're essential for protecting national security.
People of all faiths were welcomed to this prayer vigil in Massapequa Park, held in an attempt to call on Representative Peter King to cancel a series of Homeland Security hearings, which he says will investigate claims of radicalization in American Muslim communities.
Singling out an entire community, such as Muslim Americans, is un-American.
I mean, Muslims have been the biggest victim of Al-Qaeda, directly and indirectly, and we are as worried about the national security as anybody else.
Although some leaders fear what they say could be McCarthy-type hearings, King has defended his position, saying, "I will not allow political correctness to obscure a real and dangerous threat to the safety and security of the citizens of the United States." His supporters say they agree.
America is about tolerance, but when it's costing American lives, we need to draw the line here. So we've got to get off this tolerance thing and identify the enemy before it's too late.
Although most groups say they recognize the need for increased U.S. security against possible terrorists, they say the best possible outcome of this prayer vigil would be the revision of Representative Peter King's planned hearings to a more open-minded solution.
I think that the way this has been framed is too narrow and is not going to make us safer.
In fact, more than 80 Long Island religious leaders have signed a letter to King urging him to cancel the hearings. At the very least, they say they hope the hearings will be conducted fairly.
I hope Congressman King, for the sake of morality, for the sake of national security, and for the sake of his own legacy, will conduct this hearing in a manner befitting this great country and befitting his position.
The hearings are scheduled to begin early next month. In Massapequa Park, Tara Evans, LI News Tonight.
A Hempstead man has been arrested, charged with the robbery of 2 Long Island banks. Yesterday morning, police say 51-year-old Donald McCallum went into the TD Bank on Franklin Avenue in Garden City, handed the teller a note demanding cash, then fled on foot. He was spotted by responding officers a short distance away, and police say he was arrested after struggling with the officers. Officials say the money from the robbery was recovered along with a stun gun, and further investigation connected McCallum to the robbery of the Capital One Bank on Hempstead Turnpike in West Hempstead last Thursday. A Long Island woman surrendered to police today after allegedly selling a stolen bracelet to a Levittown jewelry store. Nassau County Police say 26-year-old Jennifer Principe of Oyster Bay sold the bracelet to Galleria Jewelry on Hempstead Turnpike. Police didn't release the value of the stolen white gold 18-carat diamond bracelet or how Principe acquired it. She now faces a possession of stolen property charge. A Staten Island teenager has been arrested for allegedly robbing 3 other teens getting off a Long Island Railroad train early this morning. It happened around 2:30 this morning at the Merrick station. According to detectives, when 2 16-year-olds and a 17-year-old got off the train, they were confronted by 15-year-old Courtney Clark of Staten Island, who pulled out a black handgun and demanded money. 2 of the teens handed over cash and an iPhone. The other teen told him he had no money. The victims were able to flag down a police officer who then located Clark at the station and arrested him. The gun turned out to be a pellet gun. Suffolk County Police are searching for the men who stole over 24 boxes of skin cream from 2 different CVS pharmacies. Police say the first robbery happened in mid-January at the CVS in Fort Salonga Road in East Northport. when a man took approximately 15 boxes of Olay Professional Pro X facial cream, valued at about $40 a box. Then on the next day, 12 boxes of the same facial cream were stolen from the Kings Park CVS. In all, police say the stolen merchandise was worth about $1,000. Anyone with information about the robberies is asked to contact Suffolk County Police Crime Stoppers. A Uniondale man has been charged with burglarizing at least 8 homes in Rockville Center, along with stealing the cars from several of the homes. Police say 35-year-old Kurt Saunders was arrested on Saturday. The burglaries reportedly took place almost on a monthly basis, beginning last June up until just over a week ago. Saunders is facing charges including burglary, grand larceny, and possession of stolen property. And a Suffolk County man has been charged with taking thousands of dollars from a Brookhaven homeowner for a home improvement project, but then never doing the work and not having a valid home improvement license required by law. Suffolk County Police say 43-year-old David Rickey of Moriches took $4,000 from the homeowner back in April of last year for roof repair, then did no work. Officials say Rickey's old home improvement license had been revoked back in 1989. Rickey was arrested Friday night. Detectives say they hope to hear from others who may have been duped by Rickey. Former White House Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel has been elected Chicago's new mayor. Emanuel, who won 55% of the vote yesterday, now must figure out a way to balance a budget that could be $500 million in the red next year. He takes control of a city with problems ranging from an understaffed police department, an underfunded pension system, and underperforming schools. Emanuel has remained vague about budget cuts, but he may be headed for a showdown with public employee unions over pension changes and the city council emerging from years of domination by the retiring mayor Richard M. Daley. Emanuel will take office in May. What was another down day on Wall Street today? The Dow was down 107 points. NASDAQ was down 33.5 points. And the S&P was down 8 points. NYIT's LI News Tonight continues after this.
Learn how to become a Suffolk County cop. A seminar on the process will be held at the Huntington Public Library on Wednesday, March 2nd at 7 p.m. For more information, call 631-427-5165. Take a class in defensive driving at the Suffolk YJCC in Comac on Sunday, March 6th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. For more information, call 631-462-9800, extension 129. It's a Great Day for the Irish is a performance of Irish music at Brentwood Public Library on Sunday, March 6th at 2 p.m. For more information, call 631-273-7883 or take the Polar Bear Plunge at the Theodore Roosevelt Park in Oyster Bay on Sunday, March 6th at 1 p.m. For more information, call 516-378-2000, extension 355. If you have an event you'd like included on the LI News Tonight community calendar, send it to linewstonight@nyit.edu.
In Melville, J.B. Buno, LI News Tonight.
In Bethpage, Stephen Katove, LI News Tonight.
At Belmont Park, Sophia Allen, LI News Tonight.
These are just a few of the people who have been reporting the news for LI News Tonight over the past year, and you could be one of them. Television news is an exciting and challenging career that could put you in the middle of what's happening and in touch with the people who are making the news. A career in television news journalism can offer you the opportunity to work as a reporter, camera person, or videotape editor, or any number of behind-the-scenes jobs, including producing or manning the assignment desk. And it's a career that can be yours by joining the LI News Tonight news team. Produced at studios on the campus of the New York Institute of Technology, LI News Tonight offers television news internships that can earn you college credits and the possibility of being on the air in just a few weeks. LI News Tonight has been the jumping-off point for many local and national news professionals, and you could be next. Call 516-686-7952 for more information on how to enroll for LI News Tonight, and let us put you on the air. Some of the top headlines from around the world today. Anti-government protesters in Libya say they've taken control of a large city in western Libya after already taking charge in much of eastern Libya. But forces loyal to Muammar Gaddafi have been tightening their grip on the capital, Tripoli, where heavy gunfire has been heard. Italy's foreign minister says there are estimates of about 1,000 people killed in the violence there. And there's a report that 2 pilots with the Libyan Air Force parachuted from their fighter jet and let it crash rather than carry out orders to bomb a city in opposition hands. Meanwhile, thousands of foreigners are fleeing the turmoil in Libya by air and sea or in overloaded vans headed to the borders with Egypt and Tunisia. A U.S. military spokesman says the military is working with the FBI and the Justice Department to determine where 15 pirate suspects involved in the hijacking of a yacht with 4 Americans on board will go next. A spokesman for U.S. Central Command in Florida said today he couldn't rule out the possibility that pirates will be brought to the United States to stand trial. A pirate was sentenced in a New York court last week for a 2009 hijacking. Yesterday, a pirate aboard the hijacked yacht fired a rocket-propelled grenade at a U.S. warship. Then gunfire broke out and the 4 American hostages were killed. 15 pirates were detained and are on board the aircraft carrier USS Enterprise. And Greek riot police and protesters have clashed outside Parliament during a mass rally taking place at a part of a general strike against the country's austerity measures. Police fired tear gas today at scores of protesting youths who hurled rocks and firebombs as running battles broke out. More than 30,000 protesters had attended the rally, while the general strike halted public transportation and led to the cancellation of more than 100 flights at Athens International Airport as unions stepped up opposition to the country's austerity measures. Well, a judge today told actress Lindsay Lohan that if she accepts a plea deal on charges of stealing a necklace, she will go to jail. The Los Angeles Superior Court judge told the Mean Girls star that he would sentence her to jail if she pleaded guilty or no contest to a charge filed after a jewelry store reported a $2,500 necklace missing. The judge said if Lohan doesn't accept a plea deal, the case will go to preliminary hearing when prosecutors will lay out evidence against the actress. The 24-year-old Lohan said she understood the judge's comments and is due back in court next month when the case will either be resolved or set for another hearing. Police say a Long Island man arrested for DWI had apparently disabled a device that had been court-ordered on his vehicle to prevent him from starting it if he was drunk. 52-year-old Higgins Virgil of Bay Shore was reportedly spotted by police early Sunday morning on Elmont Road in Elmont, driving erratically, speeding, swerving, and failing to signal. After stopping Virgil's vehicle, police say it was found he had disabled the interlock device fitted onto his vehicle. He's charged with DWI, various traffic violations, and operating without an interlock as per court order. Well, we had a beautiful sunny day today. The high was in the low 50s, low 40s rather. Tonight, clear skies with a low in the upper 20s. Tomorrow, a chance of some evening showers with a high in the mid-40s. Friday, rain is expected with a high in the mid-40s. Saturday, partly cloudy with a high around 40 degrees. And the outlook for Sunday, chance of showers with a high in the low 40s. And that's it for NYIT's LI News Tonight. I'm Ken Eckhart. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.